Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Shakira binti Muhammad Kamal and my membership number is 279883. I will start our presentation with the introduction about ringgit depreciation. The depreciation of national ringgit means that when the ringgit depreciates, more units of foreign currency will be needed to buy one ringgit. However, in the international market currency, the depreciation is common and can have some positive and negative effects on the economy. In addition, the price of the foreign exchange rate is determined when there is a balance of demand and supply of foreign currency in the market. So, the value of the currency will increase when there is excess demand or decrease when there is excess supply. However, the strength of a country currency depends not only on the power of demand and supply, but also on the country economic base. So because Malaysia has an open economic policy, this will often happen when there is change in its main trading partners.
My name is Nur Shazanani binti Muhammad Azmi. My matric number 287429. So next slide, we talk about background and data. Since its inception as Malaysia's official currency in 1975, the Malaysian ringgit, often known as the Malaysian dollar, has gone a long way. People are surprised to learn that the term ringgit is an obsolete Malay term for judge. It was originally used to refer to the serrated edges of silver Spanish dollars. The serrated edges on the Spanish dollars were designed to prevent thieves from shaving off small portions of the precious metal to create new coins. So next data. Based on data, the ringgit fell by 4.16% versus the Japanese yen, 3.34% against the Thai baht, 2.05% against the South Korean won, and 1.92% against the Indonesia rupiah. After falling considerably since March, the ringgit depreciated by 1.74% against the Singapore dollar from July 15 to August 15. It decreased by 1.24% versus the Filipino, while it dropped by 0.37% and 0.07% against the Hong Kong and Taiwan's dollar. Respectively, the ringgit was flat versus the Chinese yuan, falling by 0.02% in a month. The ringgit lost 0.22% against the US dollar after decreasing considerably since March. It is worth noting that several of the currencies that have risen against the ringgit are key import sources for Malaysia. Singapore, the United States, Taiwan, Japan, and Europe are among them. So, I will pass to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Syazatu Malkis binti Mat Sahari. My matrix number is 285005. Political turmoil in Malaysia risks exacerbating the country's economic problem at a time when investors and consumers need strong and trusted leadership. Although it is a belief that Malaysia's economic underpinning are robust enough to withstand the outside pressure, Malaysia has been impacted by the drop in the price of oil, in a recession in China economy, and the flight of foreign. The first factors by ringgit depreciation is the downturn in China's economy. China's economic crisis is the second external cause. The goal of China's currency devaluation is to increase exports, price competitiveness, which will promote economic growth. The second is the exodus of foreign money. The third external issue is the outflow of foreign capital brought on by the impending increase in US interest rates. For the third, the drop in the price of oil since June 2014. Crude oil price have fallen by more than 50% due to oversupply. However, the factors is increase in COVID-19 infection. Domestic product growth (GDP) is lower as a result of the COVID-19 disease variant continuing to increase. This will indirectly lower GDP in the second half 2021. Lastly, for the factor by ringgit depreciation is import and export. Import and export is also one of the factors in the depreciation of the ringgit in Malaysia. The effect of the fluctuation of the ringgit will affect the purchasing power of the public in the market, especially in imported goods.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Adiba Widi Zulkifli and my metric number is 285906. Today, I will explain about the positive impact of ringgit depreciation. The first point is a rise in the export sector of Malaysia. Foreign investors will be more interested to import our country products such as rubber and palm oil, which are more affordable than the other country with stable exchange rate. The second point is the rate of foreign currency entering our country is rising. Government can promote the tourism industry by removing fees associated with obtaining a visa for international tourists. The third point is an increase in foreign investment. For example, Smith and Nephew Company recently unveiled a brand new cutting-edge manufacturing facility. This company, which is from UK, sees the chance to establish a presence in Malaysia. Okay, the fourth point is tourism boost. Traveling overseas for vacation will be costly if the value of ringgit declines, so it will encourage local residents to travel within the country. The last point is competitiveness in the domestic market can be certain. Local brands only compete nationally and compete less globally. That's all for me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Siti Najwa binti Yunus and my number mentee is 287526. So, I will talk about the negative impact of ringgit depreciation. Number one is the import become more expensive. The inflationary pressure can harm consumer purchasing power and reduce their standard of living. Second, lead to increase in Malaysia foreign debt. Country often borrow money in foreign currency, and weaker ringgit mean that Malaysia will need to repay more in ringgit terms. Number three is reduce Malaysia competitiveness in the global market. When the currency is weaker, Malaysia export become cheaper for foreign buyer, but import become more expensive for Malaysian. This can lead to decrease in export and increase in import, that resulting in trade deficit. Number four is lead to the capital fight. When the investor withdraw their funds from the country to invest at zero rates, this can lead to decrease in foreign investment, which can harm Malaysia's economy in the long run. Number five is reduce purchasing power. Depreciation of ringgit decrease the purchasing power of Malaysia when it comes to buying goods and services from abroad. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Ain binti Abdul Rahmi. My metric number 275598. Now my turn to give conclusion for our slide. Since long time ago, the value of ringgit Malaysia greatly affect the economy in various factors, such as downturn in China economy, exodus of foreign money, and drop in the price of oil. Bank Negara Malaysia Governor Tan Sri Nur Syamsiah Muhammad Yunus said to the New Street Times that the ringgit had depreciated by 4.9% against the US dollar in the third quarter in 2022. It seemed like other regional currencies which depreciated by an average of 5.5%. When US Federal Reserve increased interest rate to deal with inflation, the value of ringgit Malaysia has depreciated. The depreciation of the ringgit has affected to the consumers who use import goods and services, and if nothing change, it will cause an increase in the overall cost of living. Based on previous research, one of the suggestions for improving this problem is to use the nominal value of import and export instead of the real value. This nominal value will be a reflection of the country's incoming payments. It refers to nominal export, and outgoing payments it refers to nominal imports. The estimate based on the nominal value of export and import, it is like directly assessing the effect of exchange rate changes on outgoing and incoming payments on the trade balance. So, Malaysia must reassess its monetary policy to keep the ringgit stable. That's all from me. Thank you.